What was the Eastern Bloc's impact on the Cold War? Have you ever wondered how the Eastern Bloc shaped the Cold War? The Eastern Bloc was a group of socialist states under the influence of the Soviet Union. This bloc played a key role in the dynamics of the Cold War. To understand its impact, we can look at ideological, geopolitical, and strategic aspects. First, let's talk about ideology. The Eastern Bloc represented socialism as a real alternative to Western capitalism. Countries like Poland, East Germany, and Hungary followed a socialist model. This model focused on state ownership of production and collective farming. The Eastern Bloc aimed to build socialism within its borders. This ideological difference fueled the Cold War, creating a global contest between socialism and capitalism. The Eastern Bloc served as a showcase for socialism, promoting its values against Western capitalist democracies. Next, we have the geopolitical aspect. The Eastern Bloc acted as a protective buffer zone for the Soviet Union against Western Europe. This position was vital in dividing Europe, both physically and politically. The Soviet Union relied on these allied states to secure its western borders. The Eastern Bloc countries were also used as bargaining tools in diplomatic negotiations with the West. This shows their importance beyond just territorial control. Now, let's consider the strategic side. The Eastern Bloc was integrated into Soviet global strategy through organizations like the Council for Mutual Economic Assistance and the Warsaw Pact military alliance. These institutions ensured economic cooperation and military coordination aligned with Soviet interests. Eastern Bloc nations supported Soviet positions in international forums, reinforcing the Socialist Bloc's collective voice. However, relations within the Eastern Bloc were often complex. The Soviet Union maintained strict control over these states. Moscow-trained leaders were placed in key positions to enforce socialist policies and suppress opposition. Notable uprisings, such as the Hungarian Revolution in 1956 and the Prague Spring in 1968, highlighted tensions between national aspirations and Soviet authority. The Soviet response to these uprisings involved military intervention, showing the limits of sovereignty within the bloc. The Eastern Bloc's existence shaped the Cold War by embodying the socialist alternative. It secured Soviet geopolitical interests and influenced global alignments. Its decline in the late 1980s and early 1990s marked the end of this socialist fortress in Europe. This decline also reflected the challenges faced by socialist states in adapting to economic and political changes. In essence, the Eastern Bloc represented an attempt to build a society based on collective ownership and social equality. While it faced internal contradictions and external pressures, it was a significant force in defending and promoting socialism during the Cold War era. The impact of the Eastern Bloc was not just military or political. It was also ideological, showing that socialism could be a viable path in the face of capitalist opposition.